cars behind you too, so you might want to pull over in the slow bay.
I will, because we're that kind of good Kiwi drivers. Cool old
Oh, bad
cars.
chat. You can do a bad chat to that one.
Yeah. Nice little Jag. Yay, Kaikoura. Good to be back. Mini golf for the kids. Book swap. What? Now you get me in trouble, get away. That's our van. This is where we're having a sundowner.
Head down to the feet. Who doesn't love camping and caravanning? It's a constant state of dirty feet.
You mentioned something that New Zealand beaches were so much better than Australian beaches too. Something about they have white sand, not this dark sandstone. What do you reckon, Charlie? You're in trouble, aren't you? Hello, Charlie. This is a great campsite. Long table. You guessed it, some spuds, steak, red wine. Happy days. Oh, look at that. Right, my pro tip is you parboil your spuds before you go away in the van. Just makes life easy. Oh yeah, I was thinking I needed water. Thank you.
There's another one in the car if you don't mind. Yeah, that's
Right, I like to hold the two together and do this. So, this is why I cook outside with a little Korean barbecue. Because if I did this inside, I'd be dead. Yes, I'd be dead. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Tonight's drink is, I call it mochapuccino. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it right. And it's a Australian sized bottle, isn't it, Leonie? Is that heavy or what? Yes, it is. It's lovely. Alright, this is a bit piggy because these are bigger than we need, but it will be good. Leftovers are a beautiful thing. Alright. I don't know if you can hear that. It's good spud. It's my steak. It's another good steak. It's Leonie's. Mine's a lot more dead than Leonie's. By Leonie.
ouch.
Oh, how much does a crayfish cost?
$80.
$80.
$80.
Does it have nappy rashes or good size?
No, it's a small to medium one.
Small to medium, $80.
Yeah, they're $70 a kilo.
Wow.
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 Yeah.
It's
Special treat.
Something special.
Where are we off to, Darryl?
We don't know. We're going north. see if the baby seal stream is still going.
Beautiful colours for New Zealand.
Right, we're here in Kaikoura.
This is a bit of a Kaikoura wrap-up.
Yeah, we've had a nice time. We booked in for 3 nights, changed it to be 5 nights. Yeah, we're staying at the, I can't pronounce it still,
Kiwi boy, what is the Maori name?
Kiita?
Fail.
Alright, what is it?
I'm going to do an outtake on that one where I do the fail. Maori fail.
Well, I'm going to leave this in and you can...
I'm going to over.
Everybody can see what I have to live with.
Seriously.
So where are we? So we have it's quite expensive during school holidays. $50 a night for a powered site, but we are on the beach, which is lovely. We're enjoying that.
And we straight out our door, we can look around. Unfortunately, we have an ensuite at the end. So, like Australia, you reverse into your site. So unfortunately, the beach is that way, and our ensuite gets the best view. But that's okay. It's usually open. And we have just a little bit of a small beach walk to get to the beach, but we get to hear the ocean.
Yeah, we do. The ocean's wonderful.
The waves crashing through the night makes for a beautiful soundscape.
It's a dog-friendly place. Charlie's been loving the beach and up and down the beach every day, getting all sandy. We see dolphins in the morning and the evening cruising up and down. It's lovely.
So for the family, there's a lot of amenities here. So they've got 2 or 3 camp kitchens, little small ones, that just give you a boiling jug, a place to get out of the wind and cook your own food and do a wash up, and then they have a lovely
large one,
bigger camp kitchen.
Yeah, it's a good place for sundown drink. It's got 2 barbecues, it's got ovens, it's got a few utensils and things, TV. So yeah, good facilities.
The facilities are older, but they're very clean and they're adequate around the site. At the moment, because it's the end of school holidays, which is why we stayed longer, there's not that many people here, so we've got the place to ourselves almost. But I can imagine during school holidays it would be absolutely crowded. There's just so much going on here for families.
Yeah, great place for kids. They've got a good setup here. They've got flying foxes, they've got playgrounds, they've even got a half pipe skateboard thing.
And mini golf.
Yeah, mini golf.
And lots of people are towing little quad bikes for their kids.
Yeah, it'll be all go here, I imagine, middle of summer with the kids. So yeah, good place for the families.
Right next to the airport, Kaikoura Airport, so you get a lot of light plane activity, which
whale watch and all those
doesn't
ones.
bother us really. It's interesting. As soon as you hear a plane, you go out and have a look. You're wondering what it is.
Yeah.
So we're not bothered by it, and it doesn't occur in the evenings.
You can't fly your drone here though, but that's understandably with an airfield. Other places we'll come across is South Bay New Zealand Motorhome Caravan Association parkover property at the Trotting grounds there, $5 per night.
It's very basic.
Yeah, quite basic. It's more like a car park. But if you're cruising through and you're just for a night, or you got a boat and you want to be near the water, that could be for you. The other one is the Motorhome Association one at North Kaikoura. at the end of the township by the fish and chip shop on the way out of town. It's $5 per adult, and it's it's nice. It's green, it's grass, it's organised.
It's not really a place that you'd stay for more than 1 or 2 nights, I would have thought.
Yeah, well, you're off grid, and you're a little bit further out, so yeah, it depends on your holiday and what you're doing. Your kids or something, you probably wouldn't be there. We've come across some other ones, the Pier Hotel, which is always a good place for seafood chowder and having a drink, looking at the water in Kaikoura. Next door to them, they are doing $20 per night for self-contained.
So interesting, through the school holidays there was hardly anybody there, but since school holidays finished, there's a whole bunch of grey nomads have turned up. So all quite popular. There's 2 or 3 groups of people who are travelling together, and it seems to be a fun spot for them.
It looks like great value because while you're beside a pub, you can walk into town.
Got water either side of you.
Yeah, long as you're self-contained and got your own power source, off grid, you'd be okay there. Further around on the way to the seal colony.
Good pronunciation, Darren.
Halfway to the seal colony, there was a called the Point B&B, and they've got
they've opened up a paddock and
got
grass
sites. Pet friendly, $25 per night, $5 discount if you're a motorhome association member.
So they've got picnic tables there too, and you are literally opposite a sheltered bay. So unless you're getting a straight easterly, that'd be a beautiful place to stay.
Yeah.
And launch kayaks, be close to the seals. Just a really lovely amenity.
Looks lovely, yeah. That does look good. We popped into Donegal House and had a beer there, and they've got parking there too.
So it's the local Irish pub, really, just a bit out of town.
Sort of 5 minutes drive from town, and it's $20 per night with a powered site.
So just to explain that, it
friendly.
Does look like it was an old equestrian area that's been turned into caravan corrals. But the beauty is that you are at the pub, you get a cheap pub meal, and you've got access to the toilets and showers. So that makes for
it's good value for $20. You go the rest of the night and all that sort of thing.
And if you have an aversion to listening to Christmas carols starting in October all the way through to December, then you might have the same with listening to Irish music 24/7.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But lovely gardens, that looks interesting. And the other place, we drove north, which you'll see, so where the highway stops following the Kaikoura coastline.
About 2/3 of the way up to Blenheim.
Yeah, there is a lovely restaurant there.
The store.
And they've opened up camping, and I think that was $20 a night.
Yes, so again, right on the water, right next to a cafe. We haven't been there for the evening, so I'm not sure what the evening menu is like.
But on a beautiful day when we were there, it looked fantastic.
Nice grass site.
Just, the great coastal views and everything.
On the highway, but...
Yeah, well, sort of just off. So if you're passing through and the weather was lovely, that would be a nice place to be. If the weather is ratchet, well, you probably wouldn't want to be there. You'd carry on going to Kaikoura, really.
But lots of fun things to do in Kaikoura, so I highly recommend Kaikoura kayaks. So they've been my go-to most of the time that I've ever gone to Kaikoura. You go out with those guys for about 3 hours, and they generally take you from either near the seal colony or from South Bay, but you'll end up in either place when you're kayaking with them. Great bunch of young guys, really know what they're doing and look after your safety, and you're generally in tandem kayaks. And at the moment it's baby seal season, so there's a few orcas around.
Yeah, you'd want to
good luck with that.
Yeah, that'd be a bit too exciting, I think. We did a bit of culture. We've been to this nice Mount Fife distillery. This one is all the yummy things.
The Woolshed.
So it's on their farm inspired gin. Tasted lovely, so brought some of that to have.
So just a little bit more. Justine is a very passionate lady, and she's doing small batch gin. And what she's created here in her woolshed
and won awards for
are flavours from the farm. So she has, I'm not the Kiwi, Daryl, you pronounce that?
Manuka?
No.
Or is it Carnuka?
We're coming up to another Kiwi mouthful.
A Kanuka, mint and elderflower infused. Yeah, so it's a new thing
it's
to
a
me.
lovely flavour, and for me, my favourite was this one. So it's shearwater, and it's inspired by a bird and where the bird goes. So the bird goes from the ocean side of the west coast down into the valleys.
It's good alcohol though.
Where it forages around the blue borage for bees and things like that, and then comes over to this side, Kaikoura side, and this essentially has the essence of the ocean. It's very light, it has seaweed, beautiful flavours.
Yeah.
Beautiful flavours.
So,
highly recommend. She's just applying for her licence for on-site tastings and tours.
yeah.
So highly recommend if you're around. Very passionate lady who'll give you lots of inspiration for gin distillery, even on small batch basis for home.
No, that was good. We did the Saturday market with here in Kaikoura. It was kind of small with just coming out of winter, but that was good. And
So we
a nice
put up with
seafood
a
breakfast
lovely
there.
Maori lady there who has got great grandmother's recipes. So we had a pineapple and cauliflower relish that was just to die for.
Yeah, it's always nice buying those sort of local market things.
Think about putting those two things together. Her recipe was amazing, and we've had it on our proteins the whole time, and it's just been bang on.
Yeah, with our drive north, we came across the place where all the baby seals play. It used to be up a river, but not anymore after the quakes. But there'll be some footage there, all these little seals playing. It's always cute, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's a couple of fishing charters in town. There's one that I used to regularly go to. We'll put a link in the description down below.
Yeah, we'll do it next time we're coming back through because it seems like a lot of fun. It's good.
But essentially this guy has no bedside manner at all. He just knows what he does. So he takes a small group out. He takes you straight out to the crayfish pots. Everybody on the charter is guaranteed a cray to take. So that's almost paid for the ticket. And then you get 2 fishing spots. So he drops you in around the seaweeds, etc., to get one style of fish. And then Kaikoura is well renowned for its deep sea trench just offshore. So like the Mariana Trench. Remember the Russian videos on submarines and things?
Yeah.
Movies and stuff?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we have this massive big sheer wall going down to the trench, and there's a whole variety of fish that you can get from there as well. So catch and keep.
Yeah, so that looks like fun. We'll do that next time. We did have a bit of... We treated ourselves with a crayfish at $80 a kg. So the fishing trip...
Was it worth it?
Yeah, no. Seems appropriate when you're in Kaikoura, of course, but yeah, I think the fishing trip would be more value to do that and have your crayfish at the end of it. And
power is still banned around here at the moment, so they're still trying to build power numbers. Crays are reduced down. We're not going to talk about what the quantities are because they keep changing with the seasons, but the quantity of crays that you can take is also down. There's a little bit of white baiting happening, but there doesn't seem to be too much of that activity.
Yeah.
So they're still post-quake trying to look after the biodiversity in the oceans here and rebuild and replenish the fish and shellfish stocks.
Yeah, and the locals have been without tourists for a long time. They had the quakes, then they got back going again, and then COVID hit. So yeah, it's nice to come here and spend your money here, and
please do spend your money here. Support the locals.
Yeah, it's a nice part of the world.
Very passionate people who deserve your hospital investment.
Yeah,
hospitality.
Hospitality. Yeah. So yeah, it's a great bit of New Zealand coastline here. So
how do you say seal colony?
Seal colony. How do you ask the GoPro to turn off or on?
Yeah, what'd you say?
Pro go.
How do you say?
Right, so that's.
How do you say the places where seals hang out?
Right, this is where we'll stop now because it's happy hour time, and we'll only get west from here.
Just spat on you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All right.
It's not. We forgot a bit. We didn't talk about travelling with dog. Yeah, so we'll have to tomorrow. We'll do a couple of photos of what travelling with dog looks like. So he's going to have a whole bunch of mush mouth things.
Yeah.
Like a little photo of him like passed